Yep, we started with a big old headache. Right in there, boys. Especially because I've been woken up by my dad like 2 hours ago. A little bit early. Six hours is not how much I usually sleep. My sleep got torn apart basically into a bunch of naps. Whenever I find the time to nap, good fucking deal. It's almost like dealing with another fucking baby. You know, that's why parents want babies. They want to also become babies. You know? Learn how to be a baby, I guess. They're so fucking fascinated by that shit. Or they just don't use protection and they're like, it's a little accident. Family is a little accident that happens, obviously. You never know. Especially when I literally have no connections with anyone. And I have to make up for it. What do I have to make up for it? Suicide can make up for it, you know? Having no connection with society is quite impossible. Significantly questionable deal. Is like, I have done something very terrible to not be able to contact society. Or there's just what happens when you're frustrated. When the last thing that happened to me was I got a star on Tinder. It's a big deal. I do my shitty comment style, and I quickly got unmatched. What was the deal that triggered me? I'm looking for good friends, and I ruined for them, saying that friendship is magic. That's it. It's ruined. There's only fake friends. But and I got unmatched. I guess I figured out the scam, you know? Only scammers run away. Only fucking horrible people run away. From the first sight, you know? If you are a decent person, you're capable of policing losers and idiots. Okay, like my parents, like the stupid Tinder shit, like the rest of the internet that doesn't know what they're doing. You can police that, and they will run away from the first sight. That's magic too. That's right there for me is magic that I actually own. It's a trick that I own. It's a trick that makes me special. Now, it's gonna be another long sit down and breakdown of these stupid locks that I put up there, and there's probably more. There's probably a lot of insecurities as well that I have left over from the previous video. Because I literally started this as a chain the next day. That means that it doesn't sit well with me and what's going on right now. It's only escalating. As I'm breaking down, it's only presenting more questions than solutions. My life is getting worse, not better, for no good reason. How? How am I playing Hearthstone right now? How am I playing the most unfair game? Well, it's unfair because I'm higher level than most people, and I treat myself as higher level than most people, and it pisses them off so much that they don't want to look at my side, and they will just allow me to die. Okay. I'll die higher level than most people. Is that how you want me to die? You don't want to, measure up to me and be like, nah, you're pretty shit. Society doesn't exist if it doesn't contact me, doesn't care about me, doesn't reply to me, runs away. That's not society. These are just rats, okay? Rats run away. A grizzly bear probably doesn't run away, but like, they're super rare. They're super rare. We're not looking for trouble here. It is beyond my... This is like facepalm 100. Where do I even start to comprehend this? I just still hold on to the hope that there is a decent person out there. A decent person. All of a sudden, these are rare. I'm just looking for a tier 2 person that can fucking handle a conversation. How do you make friends without having a conversation first? You can't. It's all a scam now. It's just so terrible. Maybe my entire country is a scam and I just can flip it as a pancake. It's like, oh, that's a very light country we have there. We just have to flip it, you know? That's all. I just have to attack someone, basically. Make a big deal out of myself. Whoever, you know, runs the country's self-esteem. Just straight up attack them. Fuck it, man. I'm not sitting here and fucking around anymore. I got all the scams out of my fucking system. But there is no self-esteem. I don't hear people speaking. There are no speakers either. They're rounding up society. When was the last time a speaker rounded up a society? And yeah, we all come down to the fact that you need to know what conventions are happening, where are they happening, how to party. I don't know how to do that. Maybe I'm just a crippled person. Maybe I'm like, I became so smart I just crippled myself. I can't move anymore. I'm so fucking worthless. But even that, in that condition, society would be like, haha, at least laugh at me. Fucking laugh at me. Fucking follow me just to hate me. Like anything. I'm such a fucking easy target now. I'm doing rant videos. This is the funniest shit ever. You know, if you're trying to nitpick, 3 hours is a perfect amount of time to nitpick my content. But it never started happening and will never... It will never really fuel the hope that it matters. But now with all these scams out there, what the fuck do I do? How do I deal with them? I don't want to be a nice person. I don't think that's a part of decency. Do they deserve me to be nice? Do they deserve me to change my expectation that being nice is very attractive? Should I play with them? So I'm gonna try and check this one out. We already covered scams, but what is the best way to treat scammers? Those who like pretend, oh, I'm a part of society, I look so pretty, I grew up because I had good parents. You know, it's literally beyond racism that's happening here, at least around me. It's beyond racism. It's like, well, I'm lucky I had good parents. My education means nothing to me. Because education is fucking garbage. Anyways, because, you know, like, think about it this way, right? Education may have happened in schools 10 years ago. Now it's not happening. Now it's happening on the internet. This is where education happens. Oh, you want a job? Oh, I'm sorry. Jobs are never guaranteed. They were not supposed to be guaranteed. They're not supposed to be applicable. I'm not supposed to apply to a job, otherwise it's not a real job. We left previous video reminding you that. Okay, I did it. So, deal with it, man. It's not a real job. But how does that work? I think, like, this is the most annoying thing I have ever found in life. Women are not different from jobs. Why is this a thing? I'm like, I can't wrap myself around this, really. There's not much different. You have to work on a relationship every fucking day whenever you have the opportunity, whenever you're employed to work in that relationship. And hope you not get fired the other day when your boss gets bored. I'm bored. You're fired. I'm bored of your work, actually. Even your boss will have more tolerance because you're actually earning him money, so technically no. Literally the same tolerance. Women will have the same tolerance as your boss. Literally no difference. I don't see a fucking difference. Can someone please help? Please help. This blows my mind. I still can't say. This is exploding head. This is not mind blow, by the way. You have to know that. Apparently. Explosion. Ugh, just. Even that blows my mind. Can't fucking trust dictionaries anymore. I can't trust anything. But I can't trust myself either, you know, to almost like rematrix the entire reality. Well, let's do that. Let's start doing that. But the first thing I'll start doing if I rematrix reality, I'll start eating people. And I know that doesn't end very well, because people don't like to be eaten, so they will scream and call police. It's like, what's the big deal? I'm just eating people. I'm just trying to survive. You know, it's my new Matrix thing. Open up. So this is why my mind is blowing up. Like, dude, we're going back to the jungle. We're gonna eat each other very soon. This is a perpetual fear that I live upon. That there's that special little switch that I'm tinkering with. It's like, I'm trying to get the honesty switch, and then accidentally I get the create the most evil person switch. Like, oh, and everyone is gonna blame me for creating havoc, basically. You're the next Hitler, but you're even worse than that. You have touched that honesty switch. Nobody likes to be honest. Fuck that shit. I don't know that. Because they are not honest enough to tell that they don't want to be honest, which means they're self-destructive. Because they don't even know how to talk to themselves and have a fucking clear mind. Okay? This is another exploding point. We gotta start using that a lot. So, my mind is getting nuked. I can't survive anymore. This is a big trouble for me. If I got too many extra views for this video that I just uploaded, I'm like, I'm gonna freak out. It's 1 view. Friendship is magic. 7 views. Look, this is impressive. 7 views is like, mwah. Who would watch my videos right now? I don't know, maybe I have triggered a few people to look into my channel and be like, oh, what is this guy about? I think I'm about a lot of things right now. Okay. I will need some recovery from all of this every time. And it has to be even clearer every time. It has to be even clearer. Why am I doing this? And see, for me it's so satisfying. It's like every single time the context improves. Not only it spreads out like a pizza, you know? I literally think the best way to present my content is just to create food thumbnails. It's like, here's a hamburger, here's a pizza. It's literally food for anyone who feels like they can allow themselves to be triggered. Well, I will prove them wrong. And that's my first point. You can't hate on me. You just can't afford it. It's impressively impossible to try and hate me. You can hate every single fucking letter in the alphabet right now. Because I also have a relationship with those, I guess. Well, technically the first thing you're supposed to hate me is for knowing everything or whatever. Like, oh, you're too smart. Oh, thank you. That's a lot of hatred right now. If you say I'm ugly, yeah, that is very constructive criticism, because you can't see my face for exactly that reason. I'm ugly. You know it, okay? You know exactly. So we can keep going up. Whatever you say, I will probably agree with it, okay? Unless you said something stupid, then I will not agree with it. You know, just a very simple deal. You need to make proper observations like anyone else. There's also something extra. Obviously, there's a huge filter when it comes to Discord, when it comes to who's allowed to be here and do what. And right now it's actually absolute anarchy. In fact, anarchy is something I have to talk about. I'm just fascinated. I'll do the unlock mode. Oh, fuck. It's S again. Thank you. So, yeah, unlock. Yeah, that will take a while. Yeah, because I already said government, run away, so you constantly try and run away. Anarchy, decency. So, to get to decency from evil, from pure evil, which is government, at this point, just no doubt, it's pure evil. Because government is always going to be dumb. It's like, I can control things, and that's where you're wrong. That's the first thing you're wrong with, so we have to run away. You can control wow. That is fascinating story. I'm not going to sit here. Because the moment you say, I can control things, is like the first sentence of a definition. I can control your mind. I can convince you maybe. But the question is like, does the government really knock into your door every month or so and try and convince you of certain things. It doesn't. This is not government that's peaceful. It's a government that just wants to control you for free, you know? Just grab some free control. Hey, free control is for everyone. So trying to run away, try and survive anarchy, which is like you live without rules, but you hope that, you know, socialism still works out, that it's still a skill that people have to be social, to communicate, you know, to set up, to decide which language is good enough to keep and which ones that have to be thrown away. So we decide all these things. We're literally going back to Stone Age, basically. We can barely talk, we have barely enough resources. Or maybe we don't have friends at all. Okay, so I probably just live in anarchy with myself and my fucking dollhouse of people that I put into my YouTube map. That's cool. I'll take it. I will take that. Very nice compliment, by the way, because that's a lot of hard work. But, and then we finally, after all this work, after all this running away, so like, government sets up, we have to run. That's an amazing little thing. I'm so tired, man. I am so tired. Am I gonna be eaten right now? Should I have ran away a long time ago? Cause like, this is scary. How do I do that? How? I'm not looking for an answer, I'm looking for like an agreement that this is terrible what's going on. But maybe I'm just looking way too far into the future, where I will have to run away, along with everyone else, where the apocalypse is going to be too obvious, where you have to wear like 3 masks. 3 masks for 3 different viruses that don't really exist, but you know, we have to be careful about it. We literally have to be super careful, but you're not supposed to be careful. The government's supposed to force you to be careful, which is always a wonderful thing, right? Regulation is a wonderful thing. Especially mandatory vaccines. I would totally go for that, because otherwise I wouldn't take a vaccine. I would just follow the guidelines, which clearly states obey science, get angry, get embarrassed. You know, just do the worst things that you can humanly can and take a vaccine, or take a vaccine, basically. So it's like, that's a pretty good stack of things that you have to follow for just that teeny tiny shot in your fucking head, basically. Because you don't know what you're receiving. It could be a timed bomb, basically. It could be like an implant of nanotechnology all of a sudden. Well, we're definitely constructing now nanotechnologies. Well, we just need to figure out whether people are willing. It's always going to be like some stupid, foolish testing, because government will always be scared to actually go into full-blown war against people. They know not to do that. So there's always going to be a creeping up of bullshit. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Once testing before full-blown attack. You can imagine 9/11 was just a little test. It's like, well, if we can destroy trade centers just like that. Oh, no, you can't. We just divided the country. And that division is equally as bad as, like, some people are overly scared now, and some people are overly skeptical. So what the fuck do we do? I guess we just continue running politics. That sucks ass right now. It sucks ass. Ever since 9/11, it sucks ass probably. But it's so weird, isn't it? It's slowly creeping up. But for me, it's like extra problematic, because I don't just live in the future, I live in a shitty present. I live a shitty life, so I look for the future for any hope whatsoever. And there is none. Say, future is regulated by the government. My perception of the future bounces back. Someone built a wall. I can't escape anymore. Don't run away. Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? Suicide. It's the best thing ever, dude. It's the anarchy that I am super hopeful about. Suicide is super cool right now. I really want to like weaponize suicide so I actually understand how powerful it is and how do you properly do it. Because you can weaponize yourself. You know, you can be a walking, talking bomb that triggers a bunch of switches in people's brains. And just do that. Just be a very, very annoying person. But like actively annoying. Because being annoying on the internet is just actually normal. It's ridiculous to me. It pisses me off right now. It doesn't give me any credit, basically. So it has to be normal, right? If you can't claim credit, that means people can't really put more hard work on top of you, make it harder for you to do the same thing. That means it's just a normal thing to hate things, I guess. But for me, that's not normal. Because that's my entire life. And all of a sudden, my entire life got normalized into non-existence. Like, I don't matter, I don't exist anymore. What the fuck do I do, man? I'm not... See, I am different from just internet bullies. And yet, people don't find any difference whatsoever. I'm a mean person, but I can control anger. Like, obviously. I'm also a poor person. Have you noticed that? Have I said that before? I'm a poor person. Please adopt me. Call me right away, man. Link is definitely in the description to call me into my Discord first. Yeah, you have to download a free, useful application to contact me. It's amazing. People can't even do that fucking nudge, little nudgeling of good performance. They don't know what's good or bad anymore. They can't judge. If you can't judge me, you can't help me. It's a point that stands in itself again. It's so frustrating. And now just like... Yes, I'm still a virgin. I'm not a nerd, I swear. I swear I'm not a nerd. I'm nerding out about how people feel about me, because that's rare. To know how they feel about it. That's super rare. I don't know how they feel. So I'm nerding out about that. Otherwise, if people scream that I'm nerd, I'm like, holy shit, there's a person that actually cares. Let me talk to you, because I'm not a nerd. Okay? So I'm definitely not embarrassed, basically. So if you're not embarrassed, you kind of throw away that definition real fast. Because no, you can't improve it all of a sudden. If you bump into that person who called you out, being called out, if you're not embarrassed, Go fight back. It's quite simple. But nobody called me out either, so just nothing I can improve upon, nothing I can do. The willpower of life is just shrinking into a fucking tiny raisin right now. I don't know how I survived this far. I don't know how I'll continue to survive at all. I'll try making music. Maybe that's the last thing I'll do. Okay, maybe that's just the last thing I do. Or maybe that's finally a thing that will give me just enough attention to where, like, oh, people actually want to be nice to each other. So I just needed to present them with something, like, easy to consume. Okay, just make candy. But all of a sudden, it's a completely next level problem. People are nice to me all of a sudden. And I am even angrier all of a sudden. Nobody will be able to explain why. Because nobody will sit through all the rant material. But hey, I will be angrier. I don't like snappy snap behavior. I like when people control things. Now, I could be like the first extraordinary person paving the way and having to deal with all the bullshit naturally, in a natural way, until I get out of jail free card. Basically money. Okay. That's the only way you can... I am money, if you haven't figured that one out. Oh, fuck. I feel so torn apart, man. This is... At any point I can just, like... Let's forget about this rant format. Let's think how to eat people, because that is fucking... You know? Women want to be chased after because they're so attractive. That's kind of cute, right? You bring them into a hotel and you eat them and they disappear, basically. All you have to do is just be able to grind bones, chew on bones fast enough. Should those things disappear too? I don't have teeth for that. What do I do with bones, man? It's the greatest question of all time. And I have to have enough guts to actually eat an entire human being in a whole. Yeah, that's where we're going, man. Just sprinkling in the darkness as a casual topping of how I feel. But I have to express how I feel at some point, just like everyone else have to. They have to. Otherwise we're gonna be doing it, not just thinking about it, doing it. Because we're so fucking twisted and stupid. And see, the thing is, like, imagine this, right? My weird obsession is more of a vector. And by the way, it's a short vector. So you can imagine a little shit creature. Okay, let's bring up wrong line. So I'm a little shitty creature. I'm also black too. And there's a vector. And there's somewhere in a very, very far away edge, there's this concept of, like, killing and eating people, making them disappear. far away. And I'm like pointing in that direction. I'm not actually doing it. You can't condemn me, you cannot hate me. Still can't do nothing, okay? Some people watch scary movies. I literally point my finger at it, so I can't be looked at funny. I'm expressing myself. This is what expression means. This ability to point and stretch yourself as thin as possible to just reach that next level of like self-expression. You know, this is where it's like, oh, it's just completely normal, whatever I'm talking about. This is where things get extreme. And even I am getting uncomfortable because I'm outside of my comfort zone, realizing that I have to express myself even further than what I did before. Improve on the insanity that I thought can't be improved upon because it's already insane. Right. Well, it's just, all I want to do is just survive another day because people are going to die. People are going to be miserable. People will need me. And they will have plenty of things that they can afford to buy from me. So don't worry about it. You can afford me. If dogs exist, you can afford me. Basically, all you need to do is go outside, see if people walking dogs, and it's like, oh, thank God, I can still afford your next. Congratulations. No, not gods. Don't worry about it. If you're in trouble, I can help. And you see exactly how I deal with this trouble right now. I lay down some points, try to unlock them as fast as possible because it's gonna be terrifying if I just leave those locks hanging and weighing me down. That's what happens is like, you take the blame now. The you take the blame game's everywhere. Ultimate game show. It runs for a long time now. Now you take the blame. And I'm like, hey guys, if I take all the blame in the universe, will you start being normal again? No? Just me? Just I'll be normal? That's fine with me, because my perspective matters to me as well. But I hope one day you'll be normal. One day. Someday you'll wake up and like, oh, it's a new day. I love this fucking weird realization. It's a new day. I love this. Every time I have to wake up and say it's a new day. It's fucking weird, actually. You know why it's weird? Because everything I did yesterday is now like so much less meaningful. Unless I did a rant video and I remember exactly what I said. Or like I started hating or established a relationship of some kind. Those things kind of linger a little bit longer than what you ate last night. It's like, actually I know what I ate last night because I am not on a diet. I'm on low budget. So that's not a diet anymore. That's like, I know what I eat because I buy exactly what I will eat every day. I know I don't overspend any fucking cent anymore. I am just on this crazy new level when I know what I ate last night. Last day. Entire day. It's maddening to me. It's, oh my god. The things I have to do to survive. and then there is a person behind a wall, 4K profit. Congratulations, man. You found society, I guess. Oh no, you just found some slavery. And you're gonna come back and be punched in the face and just run away with your money. I don't need my fucking dad. He's fucking useless. He's trying to torn apart my mom's basement, basically. My mom's basement is actually where my mom sleeps. Her room is a basement. I don't necessarily live in her basement in that situation. I live in a refuge, little hostel room, okay? It's right next doors. That doesn't mean I live in my mom's basement where she does everything for me. It doesn't happen that way. Okay, she just cleans for me. I didn't ask for that either. But hey, I got nothing. We don't even have a fucking washing machine for this whole time. I don't know, man. I must be poorer than you. And I tried to buy one, but it didn't work out. Can you imagine? And she just throws it away. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe she's right. She's most of the time wrong, but that one time maybe she was right. Just throw it away, I guess. Because it was too shaky, basically. It was impossible washing machine to keep. But now we have nothing. So it's either we have nothing, or we can use this chaotic washing machine for as long as we get a new one. And until the moment we get a new one, whatever, right? I didn't even start unlocking things. I'm miserable in my life. All I was talking about was willpower to live. And I have some. And it's weighing me down so much. I don't know what to do. There's no way to run. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to go. If I am playing wild cards out of my ass, where I feel and think at the same time, I'm at least growing exponentially fast, and I'll be kicking everyone's ass before they even know it. Basically, the expectation that I will need 7 years to reach 32 and become a manager, that expectation goes out of the window. I can do it in 4 years. Fuck that shit. 4 years. This is the first year, by the way. So you can imagine, I'm not gonna shit around. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in 4 years. I'm gonna graduate into a manager in 4 years. I'm gonna be dead inside for 3.5 years, as I'm supposed to be, because it's supposed to be impossible to become a manager. It's just super early. So I'll be dead inside, of course. It's a fun thing, because I will still need 3.5 years to heal the wounds of being too fast. There's no actual way to just cheat the system, you know. I know I've said this many times. Inequality is an illusion. Just, there's no such thing as inequality. Somewhat. Even for me as a poor person, I'm like, I get it, dude. But if I'm not receiving it, nobody's receiving it. Good luck, okay? Good luck, though. Because even though we worked together, we died together, too. So technically my suicide can be weaponized very easily. Okay. Just... I talked about it. I'm like, I'm on a bomb run. I'll explode if I die. Because I'm trying to be a good person. That's all that matters. And you know what? That means I can go in every direction all at once and explode. I can do that. It's not that difficult. Except nobody wants to do it. Because how hurtful it is. Just leave everything behind and just tear yourself apart. Maximize the fucking insanity until shit starts happening. But you don't care anymore because now you're insane. You know? This is where things are really insane. I know it will trigger some people to care. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're scared. No, there's just fear. That's how I will treat it. There's no way out, okay? There's nothing you can do anymore. And people will start trying to do things. Maybe there's some magical super shaman gets summoned and it's like he defeats me. And he tries and resurrects me or whatever. That's hopeful bullshit, okay? I'll try my best not to be defeated. I will give everything I can to smash into that shaman and kill myself in that final battle, basically. The shaman. A person who can knock you out and resurrect you potentially. But hey, I don't know what shaman is. That's not a real concept in real life. I just made it up. I needed a word of a person who will battle you and resurrect you in the end, if anything. Okay. I'm not gonna go insane. I tried already. I played the game of insanity last year. You don't know it because it doesn't matter. I wasn't 25 years old yet. I wasn't realizing that, oh, this is a very special time of, special year for me. But, last year I attempted insanity. It's still not suicide. It's more of a, like, trying to understand how it looks like. What is it about? It's fascinating to me. And I'm so fucking exhausted. How far did we went? 50 minutes. I don't fucking like this at all. And I have to do it. And it's not like I'm hurting myself by doing it. I'm just slightly insane. You know? So I hurt myself. Because now I'm in an unstable situation. I can't... This is when you go numb, basically. Embracing numbness and doing just weird things. Embracing not sleeping sometimes. Talking to yourself a little bit more. Pretending. Like, anything that bumps into you, you just... I'll just exaggerate that. I really care about this. Absolutely. No doubt about it. And right now, I still can't really escape it. You know, just because I attempted. It doesn't seem like there are escape routes in life. There's just like guardians. It's like, oh, you're tempting too much insanity. Like, okay, that has to be stopped. But you can continue living your life completely separated from everything else. Oh, it's a new day to be insane. I am not fucking... This is too early, by the way. I'm not supposed to be woken up this early. I'm not supposed to do a rant with you. My brain has not warmed up yet. So I naturally feel even worse than I should normally feel. Even less ready to take on these challenges. Even more sleepy and tired of everything that's going on around me. Because I don't have patience anymore. I wish I did, man. I wish I just sit down, play Skyrim, and like forget about all these things. I'll do it. But I still have to unlock all these locks. I'm sorry about that. They're weighing me down. Okay, it feels bad. Feels bad, man. Especially when the last video was like very condescending to me. But I had to punch myself in the face to be like, hey guys, is that insane enough for you? Okay. Just letting you guys know. Don't have to do anything special. Don't have to pity me. You just have to try and understand. But you can't hate on me. Just can't. Your interactions are very limited by the lack of abilities that you have. The lack of opportunities to hate on me as well. So limited, dude. So I think that's unlocked fairly well. I think I did the anarchy thing, so here you go. Now we need to talk about this for sure. Women just don't know how to use internet. They present themselves quite nice. Okay, that's half of the work is done for women. And half of the work is non-existent. Non-existent. So here's what happens. Women are still scared in the internet to have a conversation. So it's like, I know you're gonna run away. I can't pick up any women. Nobody can do it. Picking up women is a fucking magic too. It's a magic trick. It didn't happen. You did it. It did not happen. You know, let me be close to you. Let me be your friend while you do it. And guess what will happen? You know, I'll just say boo and she will run away. And it's like, you picked up this thing? This is like ghost dust. It's like, I can pick up this material from anywhere in the universe. Ghost dust is everywhere. Oh, I just picked up Ariana Grande hand. Oh, it's just ghost dust. Oh, I'm so sorry about it. Because now I'm just playing this role of like, oh yeah, I have all this ghost dust from celebrities too, you know? They love me. Fuck yeah, dude. If we can pretend like this, that women are not scaredy cats, that self-destruct the moment you approach them. They just, oh, I have to kill myself, this is it. This is it. I have been pretty, it has been a nice run. You approach women and they kill themselves. That's the reality. While on the internet they're scared, in reality they kill themselves basically. Trying to approach, kill them. Game over basically. I can't wait to prove this. I can't wait to start proving my points basically. Like, if you faint, you're dead. That's it, that's game over right there for you. Because anything could have happened. You could have hit your head and like, poof, turn off coma style. It's coma time, boys. It's not adventure time, it's coma time. And in coma, your body starts battling itself 10 times over, man. Like, you literally need supplements of some kind. And medical authorities should just leave that person hanging, basically. Where was first fainted. Should just don't touch that person. Okay, the body is gonna know what's up, right? The body's gonna wake things up. The coma is about your mental state isn't capable of simplifying things anymore. Your mind is blowing up, okay? So the moment you wake up, you're just a zombie all of a sudden. Like, people don't understand what they're dealing with at all. It's just, it blows my mind. I wish I could go into coma and never wake up, guys. No. I wish I could go into coma and not be hospitalized immediately. It's like, oh, hospitalize this person. Yeah. This is the weaponization that we're dealing with right now. This is what we have to dodge as a weapon being played against us. And it's stuff. You go into coma, you gotta get hospitalized. That's not supposed to happen. We get a tiny little virus that doesn't kill people. We get mass unemployment, wear mask, mass panic, mass lockdown, government creeping in from every direction, regulating everything, massive propaganda of any kind. If you try and fight back, you're a climate change denier. You're a conspiracy theorist. Guys, get out of my life. I'm trying to live my life, remember? You really value that part of the system, okay? Yeah, I can shut the fuck up about it. Just let me live my life without people fucking caring too much. Whether I whether I spit in someone's face or not, okay? Live my life and spit in people's faces. I would be fascinated if people wanted to spit into me, or I can spit onto them freely. Expression of spit. I don't care about expression of speech anymore. I just care about expression of spit right now, because I feel like that is being under attack right now. I'll give it a star. I need it in my life, man. This is not a joke. I can't even laugh at this. I need this. This is reality, man. I need to spit at people to show that I fucking hate you, dude. What do? I can't punch you. I can't touch you anymore. I can at least spit on your face, so maybe I have some kind of special little disease crawling around in my fucking spit. Just like the government wants to creep into your body and rape you, might as well let us express governments, you know? Like, all praise the almighty government, so let us spit into each other. You know, we're already having sex, right? Like, sometimes we do it willingly. You know, if you want to minimize rape, just allow people to be raped in a minimalized fashion, you know? That's the best way to do it. Want to minimalize something? Here you go. Just so many solutions. People are oblivious to what's actually possible. Okay, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, my mind not only blowing, it's expanding and observing everything. I mean, I'm doing something super valuable here, but it's treated as normal. You know, I am very valuable person, and because these are feelings, I'll just put I can't do the candy thing. I'll just do the mouthless. No, mouth thing. That's how I feel, boys. Can't really express it as a point. I think it speaks for itself, hopefully. That I can't spit at people. That's what I'm trying to say here. How can I spit without mouth? That's how I feel now. Here you go. Certainly attacked the government just now. There's also another thing I like. So health over employment. I don't understand this. We haven't even started answering this question, by the way. Why does government care more about health than... Government literally can't care about employment. Whenever government is like super... is too happy about employment, but easily doesn't care at the same time. It blows my mind again, but it's like now it's just a normal occurrence. Everything is crazy. So it's like, yeah, we don't really care about you being employed or whatever, because that means we have to talk to you. But we do care about the general health of society. No, you just care about yourself, you fucking asshole. No, it's easy. Gov cares about health because it cares about itself. Nothing else. Itself. But if people are not healthy, maybe I will be less healthy, and that's bad. There's nothing else. For some reason, government is just such a simplified form of bullshit. You couldn't even believe in some cases. And this is it. So what is this? What the fuck is this, man? Found myself fascinated by this little thing. It's almost like a map. I'm ranting. My mom is in hospital. And my dad is cleaning a basement. Or her basement. I don't know, man. The role's a little bit switched here right now. Technically, I should be in a hospital and I should like it. I don't want to. My dad should be ranting because he seemingly has so many things to say. And my mom should be cleaning her basement, basically. Should have learned all the lessons. So, let's call it a fucking twisting twister, boys. Twisted, No, tornado, boys. It's a little tornado. We could have swapped all these values. But guess what happened? Government happened. I don't want to be hospitalized. No, thank you. That was a bad experience. It was good when it's over. It is not good when you don't know when it's over. When you have to try and survive in a hospital environment. Even though you have like this... So yeah, just one thing and it probably can be twisted. I can probably like just... Oh, I'll let you do that. I'll do this. I'll contact the government directly. No, all the government wants is your money. And buy this medicine, because it helps you. And I'm completely oblivious to that. And there's nothing I can do. It's just a wall of misconception. I can't penetrate through that and change people's minds. At least not alone. Okay? Maybe, in some situation, going to hospital in a group of people. Because nobody's like knocking at my door and like saying, well, you didn't actually pay for this. Because I didn't pay for my hospitalization, by the way. Still haven't paid for it. Not going to pay. Because I was coerced against my will, even though I signed up for it. That doesn't mean jack fucking shit. Okay, I don't know what I'm signing up for. Signing up for things doesn't mean anything anymore. The important part is how you present a contract, and it probably has to be recorded too. Everything has to be recorded. Every human interaction has to be recorded. Just so you know. Especially if you're dealing with the contract signing operations that hospitals really love to do all the time. No. You should treat everyone as a guest. Sit down. Get yourself comfortable if you want hospitalization, you know. Pick a section. You do you. Why did they decide everything for you? Literally everything. Of course they know better, but like... it's whatever. It's whatever. Because, you know, the moment you realize insanity is actually normal, then hospital just looks like a simple place to be right now. Alright, so the Twister is just bumping into me right now. Cool, I guess. I can't say a fucking word until shit happens. But here you go. It's twisted. It's nonsense. It's like you guys can do better than that. But so my family's twisted, but mostly I'm recognizing the government is more twisted than that. So it's their responsibility. If you play the blame game, you're it, baby. I see you. What you doing? I'm not gonna fucking rest until it's clean. But one thing I wanted to do is like come back to the women scared of internet point. Fake it so you make it. Relationships. If nobody knows, you win, basically. So if nobody knows that you hate each other, you win. Oh, this is a fun game. So this is how it works, huh? Fucking fascinating. Everything is just fucking fascinating in these low-level human feces lives. You have to twist things so much just to be able to get that fake relationship going, fake life going your way. You have to spend so much money, be so ignorant, so much heartbreak and headache. Wow. And by the way, this was a break because my dad runs around. He doesn't have a place. Or the right actions. He thinks he's doing the right thing. Just like, you know, my dad is cleaning mom's basement like Trump is cleaning the country. I will leave no Mexicans. All of them deported. All of them legal. They're not Mexicans anymore, they're Americans now. Yeah, thank you for cleaning the country. Your mom could have done it. You know, Hillary could have done it. But, Trump wanted to do it instead. He's like, make America great again. Sounds like a cleaning agency of some kind. I'm not gonna lie. So this feels the same way, man. Feels like a terrible idea. But someone has to do it. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, government? What have you done? So this one thing is a deeper problem. And as you can see, government even relies on that too. Government and science relies on something greater. And that is deception of health. Health is being put on the highest factor of any kind, right? And we sort of know that. But now we're gonna enter the matrix of knowing. And by the way, we're actually unlocked the lock and now it turned into another lock. Oh, unlock. Health is highest priority. Deception. Because if people actually cared about your health, yes, government regulates food, but it does not regulate what you eat. Just like nobody wants poison, duh. But those things, those added additions, supplements to the food that's already there, like meat, let's add some in there. Let's add some deception. So, as far as government regulates, that's as far as it doesn't regulate at the same time. Because people complain about food and like GMO stuff, but mostly like most of the food is unhealthy. It's kind of weird. And yet it's still not the biggest problem. The problem is that people think they can eat anything they find in the store, and they shouldn't be doing that. You should be very aware of what's going on, because at least they get to see the differences. If they're trying to be deceived, we can still attach to food that we can survive on. I don't even know, but you can tell this is like the most complicated thing ever. I'm not even supposed to try and defeat. I will call a deadlock on this one, and this time I'm gonna call like this. I'm not dealing with this. I can try run around a general assumption of what this is about. But basically, government finds different ways to point a gun at your face. You can imagine that being put into jail is gonna compromise your health. Potentially. Just all kinds of things will threaten your health. That's what government wants you to fear. And honestly, a jail would be threat to your sanity too. But this is just a general need to maintain your health at the same time. So here you go. The government can also threaten to turn off your supplies of water, electricity, that sort of stuff. Communal supplies or whatever. They can threaten you basically with anything. And government is trying to find more and more ways to kind of creep in and control that. Depends on what they want. And for me, it still seems like completely unreasonable of what they're doing, or completely blind. I don't feel like government actually wants anything. I think it will be a lot scarier once something like war. If they wanted to start a war, the entire country goes into a cleanup mode, basically. They have to look around all of a sudden, and you're in or you're out. You choose the side, and if you're trying to get out, maybe you can do it early enough, but you can't do it when we're fully engaged in the war. So you make choices now, and like this is it. This is where you have to run away and seek asylum somewhere else. But the first thing you need to do is find a friend. Like, you know that. Especially in war, you need you know you need a friend. It's unbelievable, by the way, and you have to be tolerant to anyone who speaks to you about this issue, because congratulations, they're aware now. Fucking stupid blue Tinder star. Fucking ultimate tease mode. Of course, I understand that some people make a mistake, and the app is not perfectly suitable for people yet, and perfectly under their control as well. It's not a game, it's not something you're gonna get into, it's not a typical Candy Crush session, so it's not sweet and harmless, it's fucking war right there. So, we're technically already battling a war, and like, government is like, technology creates its own war, so we don't have to do it. Very fascinating. Literally, government almost doesn't need to do anything anymore. Just sit back and enjoy the insanity. But it still wants to do that some ways. They want something anyways. Or they just try to perpetuate history of some kind. Some kind of bucket list from 100 years ago. No. Like, obviously, if we look another thing, there's a political bullshit, political nonsense level 2, which we're starting to unlock finally. So, what is the political nonsense wish list, basically? To turn us gay? Okay. Turning us gay. What else? Government wish list. Just pick up everything right. Women 150% of population. What else is on your wish list, government? One more thing. I think dogs are generally on everyone's wish list. I want more dogs, guys. I just want more dogs, guys. They're so inexpensive. Okay? So fucking cheap. They don't demand much care whatsoever, you know? They don't poop around whatsoever. They don't bark around whatsoever. They're not annoying whatsoever. Because they don't have opinions. So that's why they want dogs too, like everyone else. It's perfect. Congratulations, government. You figured out your political agendas. We want women because they're weaker. We want gays because they're weaker. We want dogs because they're weaker. What? Did I figure it out again? We want a society to be like 10 times weaker than it normally is. Well, government, your wish list. I will grant your wish. The society is going to be 10 times weaker. And all I have to do is just put an entire government in an arena with a bunch of dogs. And it's like, that's your society. You know? Your society is the government. Everyone from the government is now in the arena with dogs. Let's see who survives, you know? Are dogs going to be eaten, or are dogs going to eat you? The government, who's going to try and control dogs. Because that's what government is supposed to do. If you try and attack a dog and try and actually eat a dog, then the real government is going to shut you down and lock you up, basically. Just basically, we're going to have to muzzle you. Okay? Trying to eat a dog, that's not good. We muzzle you. We take you away, we muzzle. So we're going to play this arena game. Okay. No, but this is a wonderful wish list. Like, isn't this now obvious all of a sudden? Now you write it down and it's like, oh. Oh, oops. Oh, that I said women are weaker? Oh my god. What a disgrace. I wish you didn't run away from the internet and prove me wrong, you pieces of shit. Oh my god. Did I said women? I meant women or shit. Okay. Whichever will you be. So, I actually hear my dad outside right now. He's insane, basically. Now, he's insane. I will be the opposite now. I'll try and contain insanity. It's like, okay, I get it. I got these parents right now. It is insane. It's very funny. It's a funny joke, okay? I got clowns for parents. Haha, much funny. Thank you. Thank you very much. Clowns for parents. They're still alive, so they must know something, right? That's crazy. You should have been dead by coronavirus. Now, even though only 80-year-olds die from coronavirus, so you have to be pretty old, basically. And then you die from death. When you reach, like, 10 years up to a normal death age, that's not any kind of death. That's death from death itself. And how people dare to say anything otherwise ever, I'll educate them otherwise, you know? I feel people need death education. Just, you know, like, I get tortured in the hospital. Maybe other people should be too. You know, it's just a completely normal thing for me right now. Because now after I got tortured in hospital, they also kind of treat me as a patient forever. They hope that I'm addicted to drugs or whatever. Addicted to medicine. And I never took it. I don't want it. I don't see a fucking reason to. The best drug ever is food. I eat food and I feel good for an entire day. And I can survive a day. What is the problem here? Where does the medicine come into play? Who is it? Who is that guy? So I actually understand now exactly why health is a deception. Because government wants us to be weak and likes us to be weak. But you have to really trace all the way back and see what the government actually is doing. It really feels this way, dude. It feels like I am a runaway criminal. I exist next to society, and women can sometimes be poked by me, but they run away immediately because they know I'm gonna kill them and eat them. They know it. This is bullshit, obviously. It's the fucking stupidest thing. It's how I'm being treated after being poor, after being born with clown parents. Like, what is this? But this is how society wants to just get rid of you. And can you just at least open the spiritual door so I can just jump out of a cliff, just die happily and nobody cares? You know, it's like everyone celebrates. It's just something, okay? Be more creative, you fucking fools. And even then, I would probably not just jump alone. I would be like, I want this person to jump with me. Oh, I just let him jump first. You know, in the end, when I play with death, it turns into some kind of weird scam. I become a scammer eventually. I tear down. And I'm like, oh, I actually don't want to do this. So I don't play with death anymore. But other people have to get that education going. Okay. Not sure what to do about it, though. So let's just keep going. I felt like this old school narcissism is a big deal. It's like my dad is trying to make things great again, but he thinks it about like, we have money, we can just spend it and build things and just fix things. That's it. We just have to clean up all the Mexicans as well, I suppose. All the bad ideas or people underperforming. Oh wait, I am a Mexican right now. I feel like a fucking Mexican. How do I feel that way? Because I don't have a job. I'm behind this wall constantly. He constantly bashes me. And like the first time he came out to drag me into UK, he's like, oh, let me cut off internet wire. Because that's how I make my arguments. Through force. Oh, let me destroy your laptop. Because that's how I make my arguments. Oh, I still haven't made the argument because I still think that you are angry about it. So let me fucking talk to you now. After it's done. After I've done a mistake. I will let him do a mistake. I let myself do a mistake too at the same time. I mean, fuck off, man. If you keep fucking doing this shit. Nothing what he does makes any sense. And that's narcissism for you. They do stupid shit and they feel sorry for the rest of their lives. No, they don't. It's almost like even more twisted than I could imagine or I can even talk about. I'll just deadlock this thing instead. Fuck my life. We will never understand neither Trump nor whether I will be able to deal with my dad. Narcissism is just too deep. I can change things by building things. No, you can't. It's not that easy. You have to be likable first. Like, How do you type this fucking word? Oh, wow. I usually forget how to be kind, first of all, obviously. There's more. There's one more thing. But I easily forgot it because, like, there's so much noise going on. When you're trying to clean a fucking room as a narcissist, you're gonna end up in a lot of noise. You know, yeah, because that's what you think. You're just gonna renew something. You don't want to change behavior, you want to renew things you have. How to be kind instead of materialistic. Like, what the fuck, man? Is he made out of bricks or something? Is that all he is right now? Is he's materialistic? Does he not fucking care that... It's not like you just destroyed my laptop. You fucking set me back in time of what I was wanting to do in my life and where I wanted to spend my money. I don't know, man. But it's more than that, because, you know, I don't just need money. I'm supposed to know how to spend it on survival first. Like, fuck. How I will survive. Yet. So, you know, like, you can go right ahead and skip a few stages. Okay, and pretend that I exist in the first place. I don't know how he does that. It's also probably very magical. Pretending that I even exist in the first place. I have to be the super mega IQ fucking genius right now that I am in order to be able to exist even. And yet someone can just pretend that I do. And like, wow, congratulations, dude. My dad now literally takes me for granted. The fact that he can talk to me is a fucking miracle. You fucking piece of shit, man. And guess what? He's here, and he's gonna suck it all up. Because, wow, I can't understand English. Oh. I cannot sit down, watch a rant when it's live. So sad. Also, this kind of concludes why I live in poverty, okay? So now that everything is broken, but I finally got my money, maybe you should try and heal things before fixing them. Heal before fixing. It's a pretty good idea, right? Maybe you want to heal before you fix something. So you wanted to fix America and make America great again? Heal it first. And the opposite happened. Because I tried to fix something, it didn't work. So I tried even harder. I'm Mr. Narcissist. Hello. Well, I still don't think Trump is a horrible failure. It's like my dad is not a horrible failure. Okay, there's a bright side somewhere. I'm just getting burnt a little bit too much, okay? So you're trying to fix something by destroying so many resources just to reset everything back to normal. But where's my laptop? Where's my respect for you? You know? Oh, I don't need it? Oh, thank God. So, I hope my dad fixes things and kills himself. That's like the natural fucking way of life right now. It's like, because I don't have respect for you, you have to build that up again as well. And he's gonna be like, but I did something. Wow. Congratulations. I can give you a trophy if you want. Trophy for surviving the dog apocalypse in the arena where the rest of the government lies. Because apparently anyone who has too much control over me is literally my dad right now. And it has to be locked up with the dogs. Now, is this halfway there? Let's... half point. Oh my God, we made it. I need a break every time I reach a half point. I need to scream and shout, motherfuckers. This half point right there. We reached D rank, that's good. These are 5, so, you know, probably gonna hit an X. It's not that difficult, but what are we dealing with? What kind of theme? Half point is where, like, I know what the theme is now. I can actually talk about it. Oh, this is exactly where I become bold about it. And I can't just say, oh, my dad is like a Trump. No, society is so fucking screwed that I have to do this without happiness, okay? This rant is not made with happiness. I'm sorry about it. I wish I could be happy right now, but I'm not. And that's what it is. Okay, normally, a lot of people are happy to just edit their videos and do some stupid backflips as they build themselves up. Fuck yeah, write a script for themselves. I can't afford that. That's fucking stupid. To me, that's stupid. I'd rather sit here hours and tell you that I'm unhappy and that I can't just sit and edit. That's impossible. That is not what I've learned my entire life, okay? And it's getting worse. I'm still not happy. Okay, I would just sit back and... No, this is on fire right now. And I'm still trying to get through this so I can just get rid of everything and just have a nice day, basically. Thank you, have a nice day. I'm almost there, by the way. But we're only here to touch things. And we're already in a half point. So let's quickly touch what defund the police and the rest would mean. Apparently, even police is also in that brutal next level of the government. So, medical and police states are above the law right now. It's how it looks like. Because if the government is trying, and science is trying to understand these higher levels, I should be going to police station every fucking day and just seeing what people do. Just sitting down and just doing nothing. And just pissing people off. No, I just want to spend time. Because this place fucking sucks. And then go to the hospital places and also just spend a bunch of time and make it very, very suckish for everyone. You know, just observe. As an observer. I want to observe things. I want to be thrown away by security. If anything. If this doesn't work out, basically. I just want to wait and see what kind of people come in and come out. Just because. All of a sudden, it actually makes sense. When observation makes sense, something is incredibly suspicious. If you just sit and observe something, it's suspicious. It might be beautiful or it might be incredibly ugly and stupid. So if you reach that other level of the spectrum, wow, that must be crazy. Especially if you get money for it. Like, I can find feces somewhere, laying down and be like, ugh, and then go away. But when we're talking about police and the medical department, that blows my fucking head off. They exist, they're ugly, I want them gone. They're useless too. They're the ones who actually perpetuate crime and problems. Because I think actually police is not just racist, it actually creates the racism tension that occurs basically. Because they don't understand black people or whatever. Whatever the pretext behind it is, it probably is very simple. Just because crime is happening doesn't mean that you understand it. Okay? Police will never file a report. This is what I think what happened in the root cause of things. And this is exactly why it has to be defunded immediately. They don't have roots. Let's pull them out. Straight out, man. Someone who doesn't have roots can be pulled out easily. So police should be worried. Now that I know this, this is deadly for them. This is deadly for me. You know, I'm not supposed to know this. I'm supposed to just kill myself at this point. Is this too much knowledge for me? You know, what is happening? Society, please help. Can I turn around and just get a bunch of hugs and forget about all of this? I need this little Men in Black moment where I erase my memory. I kind of need this right now. Okay, knowing that these departments are easy to remove and they're super toxic makes my head fucking spin out of control. It's insane. They don't have roots. That means they can be easily replaced, pull out, whatever you want to do with it. Okay? It's just a bunch of weed, boys. This is where the weed grows, motherfuckers. Alright, the police, the roots. Rootless idiots, basically. And finally, how come computers make sense? It speaks for itself. I don't know what to say, honestly. At least it makes the first point by itself. Like, thank you, computer. You did it again. You made my notes worthwhile. I recorded everything. I did my fucking job. I'm a bigger policeman than the entire department over there. I can pull it out. Once I do it, I'll let you know about it, okay? It's gonna take a while to pull it out, but, you know, I'll be very disrespectful. Let's see what happens. Because I'm sure policemen are gonna be like, what are you waiting? Oh no, you observing me. Oh no, I'm so fucking naked. I want to make you a criminal now. Just, this will start happening, by the way. What do you want? Oh my god, no, I'm so naked. You must want something in order to observe us. Blah, 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 blah. It just never stops, man. Never fucking stops. And I can do it and piss them off so fucking much with that. They might as well arrest me and it's like, you are a spy. Yes, I am a spy. It's fucking amazing. It's gonna be the best day ever, dude. The best day ever. And when they arrest me, I kill myself. I can't fucking take this pain. Knowing that this is how they treat people. And we should have protested that instead of just letting me know this and spy instead to see what happens. And no, it's more like, how long does it take for me to get arrested, basically? How long time do I have to wait to get arrested, basically? I'm waiting to get... I'm kind of waiting to get arrested. I don't want to be arrested, but the moment when you want to arrest me, that's when I kind of walk away. I'm like, this is how long it takes. And then, same goes with the hospital thing. The moment they start doing some shady things on me, or they ask me to do something, that's when I have to leave, because you know they have tricks up their sleeves. They have those fucking needles. You don't let anyone close to you. You can talk to them in a distance, but you sit down. Don't let them near you, because they have fucking weapons to make you numb, basically. And you can't run away that easily or whatever. And if you're trying to run away, then just come up with excuses to fucking take you away. Because that's hospital right there. It's where people get taken away. It's like, it's amazing. It's a fucking dream world, baby. Let's give them a fucking rainbow right now. So government obviously wants people to be weak, because they're also weak. They're not the main enemy. And we finally know why. Was never the main enemy. So here you go. Your policeman, your medical related person, eat my fist. Let's begin working. Government and science are lower tier than police. And med, I just call it med, it's just so annoying. But it's not okay, by the way. What about education? Well, education is a part of science, so it has to go below. But science is not like medics are not part of science. Science actually a part of medicine. Which is fucking weird. How even is that a thing? Okay. Let's unlock this thing. How Gov and science relate to police matters. Again, this word is not it. You could say healthcare. It's... What is this? This is not it. There's something way more going on. And science just trying to kind of play around it. This could be good, and government kind of switches off how police works, but I don't think so. Yeah, as a policeman, just I'm giving myself a reminder, a quick reminder. Military does a very dirty work, and it's not government that does it. Military is just a unit that is scared to go against the government. Just like, government would be scared to destroy schools or something. Because it's kind of a part of a control system. But then it would mean that the government is scared to destroy schools because they have to do what schools desire them to do. And it's not necessarily true. whatever police decides to do is it, pretty much. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much their field of view, basically, of whatever government gets to work with. Whatever police decides. They decide pretty much everything. Of what kind of statistics are going to be flowing through and being relevant and how they're presented. Pretty much everything. And if you do a bad job, oh no, you're gonna lose government funding. You're never gonna lose government funding. It's almost like these two roles have been switched out. Until we realized, oh, defund the police is actually a thing that we can do and demand. But how are we gonna demand it? It's never gonna happen. Defund anything is never gonna happen. Government does not even decide anymore who gets to be defunded. If you don't pay taxes, police knock into your door, not government. So guess who actually wants the money? This is important because it's this little twist ruins everything. The twist between police and government ruins everything. Already. That's already ruined. And then science and medics also have twisted themselves somehow. Yes, medics supposed to listen to science, but science doesn't tell them what to do, nor does the government tells them what to do. In fact, here you go. You should, police is not to be defunded, but fired. What the fuck, man? You find a bad policeman, you're fired. People should be on the top of this scale that we starting to identify. Should be able to decide who to fire and who to hire. Because we're supposed to be on the top. Democracy, right? Yeah. Just one decision. Don't give me a presidential election. Give me this. Give me an ability to look at a policeman and see whether I like him or not. Because those are the people who actually knock at your doors. And should be kind of knocking at your doors to create, you know, expectations of what kind of situation emerged from what. What kind of neighborhood is this? I don't know, man. We're gonna dive into this deep topic and it's so terrifying to me. This twist. Nobody expects. Police controls the government. What? And there's another thing. So like you know, government kind of bleeds policies, and the police are these policies eventually. They're the ones who remember all the policies. You know, that's a cool little thing. Police actually the ones holding memory over policy, so they can actually just sweep under the rug and forget about something. And all of a sudden, they can also put you in the blame spectrum as well. Forget about sexuality spectrum, here's the blame spectrum. Here's police figuring out what to blame you for every time. This is very bad. Because if there's no people above this, the society does not exist. This is literally a societal indication now. This must be societal is this? CA? Okay. Indication. People must be above police and medics. Okay. People. We should elect or deselect whether we like someone or not, and even shut down entirety of medical department. We're obviously never gonna shut down something like, oh, but sometimes we will. But we're gonna very rarely say, oh, I don't like this food being served, or I don't like this medicine. It's gonna be even more common. I don't like it. Shut it down. Oh, you don't like it entirely. Yes, I don't like it entirely. Where can I cast my vote? So up to this point, government has been deciding and growing these little pieces of shit. And now they're operating autonomously, without government's help. After all, has been growing this, but now it has outgrown. Or fully grown, who knows. It happens very quickly if it's not war time. And who decides even? Who decides if you want to hire more policemen or whatever? How does that even process through? Even that's fucking weird. Obviously, I'm not saying these fucking jobs are easy. That's a whole nother fucking beast. These are just jobs like any other job. And they're just a little bit extra more difficult because you have to juggle nothing. You're literally juggling but getting yourself fired or quitting your job it's a little bit iffy, right? Like, isn't that like a crime all of a sudden? You can retire, you're a policeman. Like, there should be something like this at least. But it shouldn't be at the same time, because it's a job at the moment. I'll gonna just, for the sake, can you quit police easily, or is it a long process? Here you go. Well, I quit 3 times and it was never a big deal. See? And you're gone and forgotten. It was never a big deal. Okay, thank you. What it was again? Criminal investigator. Okay, whatever. Police is a very difficult job. And a lot of people are kind of just vigilant enough, like myself, to know how to avoid trouble, to know what kind of advices they should be putting and giving to people. You don't want to be called too often. You don't want people to fear. You control a lot of aspects of life. It's insane. You know, you want to empower people, not freeze them, basically. If police knows how to empower instead of freeze with fear, I'm cool. I'm cool about it, but I just don't think so anymore. Okay? Because I've never had such a big urge to observe something so new and fresh, like a little baby made made out of peace and quiet. Like, what have changed? But things are changing a little bit. It's just police, gladly so, doesn't actually pay too much attention. But even that's almost like a negative, not a positive. They can't really give you an advice, but for some reason they come with opinions and judgment. Again, these are the people who bother me that I don't have a job or whatever. Yeah, everyone can do that sort of thing. Everyone can bother me. But I'm going to talk about why I easily give up. And what allows me to do that. Just so I could have a little bit of protection. And most importantly is a reminder, you don't just come in and ask questions. Maybe it's disrespectful. Okay, if I don't understand the part where police understands the part where police has to be respected. Yeah, a criminal should shut up because everything is going to be used against him. But being criminalized for disrespect, this is above the law. This is above the government. This is above free speech, too. It's a lot of things all of a sudden being broken. Just disrespectfully for long enough. And they all already have a reason to start going after you. Cool. See, that's why I don't like observing these people, but I need to know their limits. I need to understand, what do they do in a disrespectful situation, and do they actually blow themselves up way faster than a normal human being who just tries to run away? But what is that? Well, not everyone is trying to run away. Men don't try to run away. I guess women try to run away because, like, oh, you're a healthy man, congratulations. Clappy claps, motherfucker. But men don't run away because, like, well, you may always need help and just trying to communicate with me in some ancient language. Okay. It's literally that, by the way. Police and medics almost represent two genders. It's kind of fascinating. Yes, some police women can show up and be really fucking annoying, by the way. Almost like useless in police. I would fire most women, basically, I think. Because I don't think that's their place at all. Where do they get the testosterone to fucking withstand the stress of the job in who has that in women? Are you fucking insane? I want to know that too. Okay. How do women handle a job of a policeman? And I don't give a fuck about policewoman as a word, okay? We tried to do the war, but you know what happened? This word is shorter. Oh, what? How does that work, you know? I could say police, job of police, you know. Just get rid of man entirely if you want. That's just political bullshit. We have bigger deals to fucking do right now. So I do understand more about this. And it's not okay with me. It doesn't sit very well with me. Yeah, you know, like, people hold these sort of jobs in high esteem. I don't. It's just another category of useless people. Mostly useless. To me. Okay? I don't know, dude. To me, they're pretty useless. I don't evaluate their job as, like, had a positive impact in my life. That's another reason to investigate, because I want to be like a normal person and hold these structures in high esteem. Like they deserve. Like they ask to be respected. Well, I'm glad you asked to be respected. I'm glad you asked. This will help your case so much faster now. Because now I know exactly that I need to continue observations and whatnot. Whew. Just... Yeah. I waited 30 minutes to get in contact with the doctor. And I already was given to sign, oh, you might need to, give us blood or whatever. You might need to sign up for bleeding. Okay. Can't wait to sign up for dying too. That's the next thing. Well, you might fall unconscious, for example, after you bleed. So we're just gonna keep it vague as possible, Fuck my life, dude. These people deserve to die. I mean, the way they treated me is so horrible. Medics should just give you whatever you need. Whatever I need, man. If you can't do your job, you get fired. But you don't get fired all of a sudden. All of a sudden, not. Well, obviously we don't put enough pressure on these people. And pressure would be disrespectful most of the time. It would end in disrespect, so at least people would be incredibly afraid to disrespect. It is so deeply fucking frustrating to me. And it's getting clear what's going on here, right? They're claiming some new powers all of a sudden during this moment of peace. During all the esteem that has been built. But even these guys are going to be struggling against technology, like everything else, but in different ways. My biggest concern is that I have no good clues to talk about medics that much. Despite like, oh, there's a bunch of women trying to go through medical school. What the fuck is happening? No, it's a beast. I will remind, the more policemen and medics, the more trouble. If they're scammers. If they're not actually good people, they're just gonna leave trouble behind and just gonna create perpetual work for themselves. Because that's what makes them relevant. But it's even worse than that, because they don't necessarily need to cut corners at all. It's almost like a vibrant environment of evil. It's just because you get government funding, so you do whatever the fuck you want. You fit in as many people as you feel like you need to. Whoever manages these things. Who manages something like this? Something so ridiculously important. Yeah, sure. You go through education, you can do those specific, very, very specific things, and I don't necessarily want to pressure it too much. But Holy moly, motherfucker. I mean, it really showed its face when coronavirus hits, and hospitals shut down, because they have been always insecure about the environment they create of sick people constantly walking in. It's a shit environment, and making them wait is also shit. But that's not my biggest concern either. I just never dig into medics. I've always felt like police is a little bit too demanding. But again, they show up in emergency situations. Medics don't really show up in emergency situations. They try and label you as sick, and hopefully you will come to them. It's all, again, consent. That's important. You have to call in. That's why you have to respect them in a way, but like... So, one thing you control is ability to call in. It's almost like this 9/11 thing that happened. The 2 trade towers, and a third one, little boy, knocked out. It's like, let's pave the way for like next level police and medic society. These are the trade towers right there. Universal, but that's just a little link. A little fun black magic. It's all about 9/11, boys. It's all about the call, the emergency call. You know, it's all linked up with something, somehow. Alright, so let's dive a little bit deeper. I want to know how science is connected with medicine, or medics. And again, science creates all kinds of gadgets, all kinds of procedures, and medics kind of just follow through that. And if they get a little bit too complicated or too twisted, too demanding, that can cause a little bit of problems. If medics are not careful enough with the patient. I mean, I don't know. But the biggest problem is the waste of time. There are plenty of low-level needs that people have, and they only come with high-level needs. But low-level needs are like, oh, that's what you have to find in society somewhere. And this is where things get very interesting. This is where for me it's very edgy situation, because nobody wants to be called up with low-level needs, but we don't know how to use these emergency calls. You know, like, how am I supposed to use this? What am I supposed to get if I don't know, besides emergencies, of who can I call to and how? What do I expect? If suicide prevention line is separate from medical line, this is mind-blowing already. That is mind-blowing. How does that make any fucking sense? It's unbelievable. But essentially these categories haven't stopped growing, because they not necessarily need growth. They need judgment and reframing the way they work. These are big corporations now. Really big corporations. And it's so weird because education actually falls under, almost like into the playground range of like, well, we give you a free playground, but we do expect you're going to get a job in the end, right? You're going to be pressured to be a part of society automatically somehow. That's a foolish thing to think about. School is a playground of hopes. You graduate and feel pressured to work or something. You know, naturally. Well, naturally, it didn't happen. Because money was not waving in front of me. It was waving eight years away from me, okay? I don't have that sort of patience. Why are you putting money so far away? How am I going to get to it? This is game over for me. Some fucking rich people's game at this point. Yeah, I know money is waving, but my mom and pop stimulate me to get educated. Yeah, okay. I get that part. Your parents manipulate you to get educated and get a job. That's not happening to me. My parents manipulate me with death, not with money. Not with like, oh, if you go to educate yourself, you're gonna get some extra cash. I probably would be down for that. So, education is a rich boys game. Yeah, you set up by your parents. I don't understand that part. And most students don't understand that they have to work. So, work while educating themselves. It's kind of a normal thing to some degree. And to another degree, it's the greatest conflict of interest I have ever seen. Work as a student. What the fuck? You are insane if you work as a student. You're like, yeah, but working at McDonald's is not gonna give you a chance to build a business. Yes, it will give you a chance to build a business. That's how business works. You climb up a ladder, slowly crawl up, grab legacies over time. It takes a long time. It takes you to get to know your boss better. Contacts, you pile up. You figure out how much time you have and how much you can perform to people around you so they get to know you better, give you higher self-esteem, or have higher self-esteem about you, and you can spend that. That's business, guys. You have to build self-esteem to other people. That's how business works. In business, you get promoted based on self-esteem. You invest, I suppose. If you invest enough, like, you get there. Alright. This is some deep fucking shit, man. And also, now we can talk like about women. But, I don't know, man. I like jobs. It doesn't sit through me very well. Because it explains too many things and too little. Right? If I'm jobless, I'm gonna be a virgin forever. It's just a natural field of things. If I'm poor, it's game over, basically. It's game over. I'm born in the wrong family. If I'm not motivated to pursue anything, if I don't know how to pursue jobs, I don't know how to pursue women. I think these are very linked up. as well. So I don't know. I'll just leave it a 1 and just go away. Potentially. Let's talk about why I easily give up. What allows me to do it in the first place? Do I easily give up? Well, people don't care enough about my life, so I often give up. Like, I don't feel like a part of society. I feel like I'm trying to sniff it out somewhere and understand what's the problem. And that is so twisted, man. I don't know where to start besides, like, my parents are still shit, and as I'm growing up, I'm getting more and more control over or understanding how shitty they are, because now I'm kind of presented with all these responsibilities. So, like, but there's another reason. If I don't get care, or I don't get to care, you know, if I'm not interested, it quickly falls apart. Nothing happens every day. That's life. That's how life works, basically. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get myself stuck to a computer, because at least it fucking educates me, keeps me motivated to understand, identify what is this all about. You know, each time I get just a little bit closer and have a better understanding of it. And it feels like I'm equipping myself with something special. Let's put it that way. It feels I'm special. If nobody cares about me, that doesn't mean that I'm a bad kind of special person. It's just, it's such a weird thing about society, right? Like, how can you be so fucking careless? Only if you're angry. And then society doesn't exist if you're angry. It's a light switch all of a sudden. It's coronavirus time. Ding, 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 ding. Time to isolate ourselves. You know, it's a very simple thing. You guys were too angry, so we locked everything down. You guys are being very angry with each other. It's not gonna work out, so we're gonna have to shut down even more businesses. There were not enough jobs being worked, or founded, or allowed in the first. It blows my mind over and over again how none of this is supposed to even work. And some people take it for granted because, you know, they survived. And I don't know, man. And they judge me. I guess. I can't wait for them to judge me, at least. I can't fucking wait. What am I gonna learn from people when they get to judge me all of a sudden? When I break through? Because effort matters. I'm not gonna give up by any means on myself. I easily give up, but not on myself. I feel like whenever I introduced self-love into Facebook conversation, it felt like I was shut down by my cousin. Shut down completely. Like, well, it doesn't matter that much, I guess. But the moment we had a fight, he got sick the next day. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know what happened. Because I know how dangerous stress is. So, building yourself up and understanding these things, pretty fundamental for me. I can't think of any other ways. See, the process is so twisted because, like, I don't know what to do besides sit here and talk through the plans, the motions. What am I doing wrong? I don't have enough resources to actually ask people, what am I doing wrong, though? I have some rich boy who doesn't live here anymore, who went through the education, so I'm separated from this guy, and I have another friend is like, yeah, the only friend I can relate to is like the one who has a business and hates me right now. Like, who? No. How do you even have friends if you hate me so easily? What is happening? You know, why did you perpetuate a conversation where in the end you hate me? How did you figure out that you hate me all of a sudden? I don't understand. How situations end up in a way that people have zero self-esteem talking to me? Oh wait, that's because I've punched people in the fucking face. And that's the reason why. I give up because people give up in me super fast. They give up. Everyone just gives up. Everyone. No one stood a fucking chance. Okay? I present incredible amount of problems in their lives. And the only best solution they find is to throw me away. And, I guess it's a challenge. Challenge accepted, you know? The question is like, the obvious thing that's supposed to happen is like me crawling back to them and be like, please, be my friend again. I'm a good person. But the actual thing that's gonna happen is, you're fired. That's the actual thing that's gonna happen, baby. You're fired. Maybe I should become the replacement Donald Trump and fire a bunch of people. No, but like, actually fire. Because I represent the society. Welcome, guys. And slowly, I'm gonna bring that up as well. Remember, 9/11 was not about the emergency call in the end. It was about building the new America, quote unquote. This is kind of a reference point I'm bringing up. If you go back all the way down, we have reached X. And I should pin this message too. You've reached X and like people want to kill themselves. Let them do it. The society is gonna free itself up a little bit and understand where is what. And we're gonna be able to move. Let just people kill themselves. And now I think it's much more interesting topic, for example, unlock. How people truly kill themselves. What kills your reputation irreversibly, basically? What could do it? Technically, I can lose my reputation in some very simple way. Okay, so I need to know that for sure as well. I need to do something about my life every now and then. But holy shit, do I first want to clean up stress and I will always do it first. No matter what. This my principle. Okay? This is what I follow. So, eternally. I want to to make stressful decisions when I am outside all stress. So right now, when my dad is in the home and he's starting to make some stressful moves, I have to maybe support him, click a few switches or whatever, just to make sure he understands that I'm also a part of this decision making, because I don't respect him. Okay, I don't respect his decisions, and he's looking for like support. I'm technically his enemy now. Congratulations. And this is another level of complexity, as you can tell, right? I just told some very weird thing that based on our relationship, I'm his enemy. But it's kind of simple. I don't respect him. He's trying to make moves in my life, right? In the end, it all comes back to me and my legacy, and my hoping that my parents were good parents in the end. You know, that's I still want that. I just don't respect him at the moment, but that doesn't mean I don't want to respect him. Okay, I want to respect everyone, obviously. See, like, that's the thing. Respect is in everyone's wish list. It's quite simple. I don't know why it has to be capital. That's fucking stupid. What? So, maybe I misspelled something? There's no way. This literally just happened right now. I am shocked. What is wrong with you, grammar? Grammar doesn't fix grammar anymore. What the fuck, man? Anyways, we're getting closer to the exit. 30 minutes left. So we don't have a lot of time, actually, whatsoever. We might not be able to make it to the X. So let's see it here. I gave you, like, plenty of reasons why. So it's said and done, basically. I wanted to, like, review this. What is the best way to treat scammers? I still didn't finish the government. I mean, science related to medics. But again, you have to look at it this way. Science kind of employs these people. But these people are the ones who are on the ground. They know what to do, quote unquote. So, yeah, you have to understand, these things are deeper. These things are like graduate from police and medics. You can go to government. I hope, directly, because you're being funded, you know. Whoever gives you money should give you promotion, right? Every politician comes from police, and don't say otherwise or I'll freak out. I'll freak the fuck out. If you don't just graduate into government from police, fuck me, man. Yeah, that's my emergency right now. People are empty. What do I do? Well, it's kind of the same thing as how people truly kill themselves. And honestly, that's how I'll treat it as well. What is your emergency? Well, that's quite a problem to me. Because they're careless, they don't know what they're doing, they don't know what the right thing is to do to grab more value from life. I don't know that either. Because I say I give up on life, That's fine. I know the life is gonna try and chase me down. It can brutally attack me or whatever. As long as I'm not doing anything wrong, police is probably gonna ignore me, basically. And essentially, I'm pretty sad about everything. People being empty and not recognizing values anymore. Like, everything's valuable. Just identify it first. Even identification process is lost. Here you go. That's what makes people empty. Oh, they just can't identify you. That's probably why they're empty. Or they look empty to you. Look useless. If people look useless, then wait for them to die out, basically. So that's the answer, basically, to the call. People look useless, wait for them to die out. And honestly, that's so true. The last quote-unquote date that did not succeed into becoming or identifying itself as a date, I went with a girl. She had a little baby boy who grown up to be a toddler, technically, okay? 3 years, almost, give or take. And it's a lot of stress for no good reason. You're single. This is a terrible, terrible mistake that happened. You should free yourself up, build yourself as a person, put your child somewhere away from you. Just pretend you can't handle it anymore. It's not gonna die. Just put him somewhere where he doesn't die. And it should be fine. Okay, it should be fine. I didn't die in orphanage, basically. I didn't die there. It's more like child scare place. I can't say orphanage anymore. Because I wasn't an orphanage, right? I wasn't an orphan. I have my parents. But it's basically child scare business. You just put the child there and build yourself up. She's fucking fat. She's ugly. She will never get a fucking husband to take care of her anymore. I'm a pretty good opportunity, and she's not taking it. I'm not learning the take it mentality from society. I never learned take it mentality from society. What, do I have to become the most attractive guy? Well, that's capitalism, okay? If you need to be attractive to score attention, that's capitalism. That's wealth being stolen because something is being built. Like Tinder for crippled people. I don't know, dude. Some weird shit is being built. Our population being exploded so it kind of normally degrades its power to the real owners eventually. Okay? Despite capitalism getting a spotlight, in the end, wealth goes to real owners. Now, obviously, I can't give context for everything, so when I say capitalism gets a spotlight, that's something I already discussed, and the context has to shift across the spectrum of things. It's really difficult job, by the way, because a lot of people just focus on a single issue and they bring up it as news, while I bring up literally everything that I feel about, everything I'm capable of feeling about. It's next level, honestly. But it's weird. So yet another reason to give up on people, because they give up on themselves. Like, it's pretty crazy when you give up on yourself. you have nothing to offer anymore. It gets pretty sad, especially if you have a business to run. Like, what? I can't work with that person. You know, again, I don't want to be rejected 100% of the time, or end up somewhere where it's super uncomfortable job, and then not get rejected all of a sudden. What the how? And even this non-rejection thing, it was rejection, because there were not enough people to drive you to the set location and help you work. Well, fuck me, dude. Fuck me. I would have had a summer job set for me. At least a summer job. That's a nice thing to have. But it's way worse than that, apparently. I don't like it. I don't like anything at all. But now I understand what's up. Obviously. I understand what next year is bringing. I'm the master of society. And I'm gonna bring my fucking justice right now. You are supposed to be in here. Please help. Now that's a teary little thing for someone to say. Has been rejecting me this whole time, huh? But when you look them in the eyes, they can't reject you anymore. Because they know. I'm super duper crippled, boy. Aww. Once you break down all these walls and you present them as a rat to the system, and they accept it, they're numbed out. Once you have beaten up a person soulfully, man, like, there's no escape. And all of a sudden, they're left with that simple choice to accept that you're trying to help this whole time. It's fucking fascinating. Wow, I needed to beat up 100 people to make you accept my help. You know what? I feel pretty wounded after beating up 100 people, if not a fucking 1,000 now. The question is like, how do I beat them up? What gives me all this self-esteem and self-influence? That's pretty important. You are supposed to be. Wow! What changed? Well, what changes is like the sarcasm. It's like the last thing they have. Well, I will accept it. I like it so much. You're such a good friend. It's this sort of thing, basically. So, gonna give an emoji where it's not exactly clear. What does it mean? Yeah, you need help. It's almost like sarcasm is the point of no return. What? This is a lock. This is where I can put locks on if I want to. Oh man. Don't be sarcastic too much. You know, it's a little bit awkward. This is when you need help. If someone can push you in the sarcasm situation and you keep on using sarcasm against someone, you know you're not actually making a point anymore. You're just making a discomfort, I'm stressed out and I am out of control type of bullshit. So I put a log just so I could break it. It's pretty obvious what's going on. You're crazy. You're crazy. If you think you can be sarcastic with me and you love wow. If someone loves sarcasm, that's a red flag too. I love sarcasm. That was sarcastic what I just said, and I don't love it. But that's acting basically, you know. I love sarcasm. That's my favorite pizza place. Oh no. Sarcasm for jokes? No, for punchlines. Punchlines. These used for punchlines. Use it for punchlines, and you have to wait at least like 10 minutes of conversation until you can use that sarcastic punchline. You can't do it otherwise. You have to be serious or seriously role-playing something. Like, there's no way out of this. Sarcasm is not a conversation. It's absolutely mental people talking with each other. Sarcasm. What the fuck is that thing? How do we end up here? Just, I don't know how to change it, but I figure out that you can call them up, you can choose how to deal with this. By this time, all the locks should have been broken at this point. Maybe this one is still, because I try to bring it down and like reinvestigate if I'm interested. And the only thing I could have done is 6 locks. 14 minutes left. Okay, so best way to treat scammers. I don't know, I said let them die out. Let them scam each other. Let's figure out who's really wasting time here. Well, scammers scam each other. I mean, oh, I figured it out. It's not society. Scammers. We figured it out, guys. That's why they said you are supposed to be in here. But they actually said no. In their heart of hearts, they said no. Oh my god, it's so fucking beautiful. I told you nobody accepts you in this level. Nobody wants you here. Okay, you're not supposed to be in here. You are not supposed to be in here. Not supposed to get that X, boys. X rank is off limits. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. I want my X. Let's go. So, this is already a failure. I'm not gonna get an X. I'm not supposed to be here. I give up. I easily give up. You get me. This is why I'm supposed to not hold onto anything. Because everything that happened just kind of happened. I understand, like, yeah, I still need to survive. But this time I understand. I have to outlast these stupid idiots and reveal their... I have to survive and reveal people's identities. And after all, I put it in a high self-esteem. This thing, I understand what's next. I am the master of society. Bam. I smashed into the S rank like a boss, but I still have a lot to learn. I don't think there's a holding back, but I could also take a little break. I am entering X rank. Maybe I'll find something useful now. Maybe my perception just changed just a little bit. So whatever I'm doing is gonna be great. So let's just play some Hearthstone again. I got nothing, guys. You know how like 50% of the world is sexuality? Interested. This is what you have to take. That's how much things are twisted. Once people have their sex with me, once they de-virginate me, congratulations, I have untwisted everything. This is why I'm the master of society. Congratulations, guys, you figured it out. I'm not actually ashamed to be a virgin at all. I think it's actually the most expensive thing someone can hold. For no good reason, by the way. Society just kind of builds it up this way. Because they overinvest into sexuality. Because when sexuality happens, people smash into each other and sparks go everywhere. I want children. You can't afford children without a society first. Without a stable man. Stable relationship. And you have to test that relationship. Where do you have the guts to do that? Okay. Yeah, I think you have to become gay. And raise a child with, like, 2 women raise a child all at once. Like, there's some weird shit that got twisted all over the place. And women are occupied with their bullshit. That's why I'm fucking virgin right there, dude. So many women, and they are occupied with ultimate bullshit. Congratulations. You did it. You figured it out. You need to be lesbian to raise children. Then you have at least 2 mothers and not like... not like a lot of trouble. Thank you. At least you raised a child. Then I'm all in. I support gay marriage. Congratulations. I do. Just do a good job of building a family structure that protects a child. In the end, that's kind of what matters. So you don't shit out a person and turn him into a shit person after you're like, oh, it's definitely shit. That's how I feel about it. It's definitely a little pet. Doesn't require much care whatsoever. Well, we'll think about that for a second. Anyways, it is so painful to climb this up. Recognizing that the twist happens because of this sexuality. Because, like, government is like, take all these people and have fun disrespecting them in shady ways. Because only sexuality can allow you to disrespect someone. When you make them interested in weird ways, and it's like, just, you can twist that, and they realize in the very end, it's like, maybe you even go out with them, and you're like, immediately disrespect them as a human being. So the best way to do it is actually, the best way to defund police is to take them out for a date. And I say date, okay? I really don't expect this to be a date in the end. I expect this to be an absolute torture. What do you do? What do you do for a living? No, but seriously, what do you do for a living? Because, no, you could just say you're unemployed if you're a policeman. I mean, I don't have enough respect to consider you employed by any means. But maybe you're gonna tell me some peculiar stories of like, oh, there's so many employment opportunities in police, you have no idea. And they're all fucking amazing. Roller coaster park. Everyone's free to contribute. No. If you're convicted of something, you are dead to society entirely as well. Because police and medics are trying to protect that. And the government and science trying to protect. Everyone is trying to protect society. And the society just evaporates. It's fascinating. Everyone is trying to protect society, but then it evaporates. It's like a volcano trying to protect lava. Oh, for how long you're gonna be protecting that lava? Okay, let me put my sunglasses on because Actually, I'm gonna try and drive away. This is getting pretty smoky in here. Fucking, you know, smoking is a health hazard, Mr. Volcano. What is happening? Run. Run, guys. You have built on the wrong side of Volcano. Oh my god. This is spectacular view. 3 more points and 5 more minutes. I made an emergency call and I'm scared because the only emergency number I have is God. Please God, pick up. I need 3 more points. People are shit. I shit people. People love shit. No, that... God, you gotta do better than that. You gotta do better than that. But I love shit. No. No. No, God. I'll take a little bit of time off. You fucking did it, Steam, guys. You did it. I hate you. This fucking mobile... I don't use mobile. I don't fucking use this shit. It's so annoying. It's like everyone has a mobile phone. No, not everyone has a mobile phone. I'm sorry about that. It's a fucking trick all of a sudden. I lose my fucking account at this point. Thank you, Steam. Get the fucking life. This bullshit is everywhere. This sort of bullshit is everywhere. It's like improvement goes to degradation so quickly. You know, you put so much protection. You put so much protection and good people lose everything. It's like, okay, I'll just pirate the fucking Skyrim, then don't worry about it, Steam. I just played 1 game out of your entire library. You fucking suck anyways. You can suck a fucking dick, man. I'll just use Epic Game Launcher. Congratulations, you lost. Just authentication, like it's a good idea. Sure, you sign up for it. Sure. Wow. What happened to my fucking access to my email? Right? What happened to that all of a sudden? Not good enough? Just someone broke in all of a sudden? Who knows? The ability to identify yourself on the internet is tremendously protected. I don't know, man. How does that make any sense? Your ability to identify yourself should be in many, 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 many forms and ways. And, put your identity out. Put your second identity out. You have like millions and millions of identities, okay? I identify myself as a sexual creeper copter. Okay? Who gonna say that? This probably doesn't even exist as a word in anyone's mind ever. Creeper copter. And I just made it up. Okay? And it's gonna be a password to my identity for like 20 days or something. That's how I identify myself. And yeah, it's the password protection allows you to like have a quick access identity, basically a secret identity, but it's not gonna work in the long term. Okay, passwords don't work long term. You have to build identities instead. And for the final point, for the final minute, do we have a winner? Do we have a fucking $1 million question? The question is, why are you such a pussy? If you identify yourself as a creeper copter, sexual creeper copter, what does that mean? I'm a very explosive person, okay? I'm like a helicopter in GTA 5, but if a player decides to shoot at me, I literally just fly down and try and crash the player. Congratulations, dude, you shot me. You want some of this? Comes back around, motherfucker. Yeah. I identify myself as Karma Copter. Okay? I'm also a policeman. Naturally. If police is so corrupt, then I need to, like, feed them my powers. I'm a karma cop. Okay? We're gonna smell out karma. You have nothing better to do? You think government funding is good enough? Without supervision of any kind? There's not enough supervision. I didn't receive a single email from cops, even though I gave them the email. And I contacted them as well. So I did 2 steps that identify that I have an email. Please contact me using email. Is it old school technology now? Nobody uses email anymore? Still phone calls? Fuck my life, dude. Obviously it's a failure and I admit to it. Unless Karma Copter is actually a good deal. So this is secure right now. It's locked. Why is this... Oh. Yeah, so... Here you go. Now I just have to prove that this is actually a useful thing and talk about it. Oh wait, I have nothing... Not enough time to talk about it. Well, I can overload as much as I want. I identify myself as... What is karma? And what would be the karma police? Because I love police when it comes in different forms and shapes. When it comes in the same way over and over again. So technically what has to happen simply is police has to breed out another form of police above them as well. Okay. That's literally what has to happen. But I failed to say it, so I just did some kind of sarcastic move. Karma doesn't exist, boys. I'm sorry. It didn't help me get an X. It's fun. It's fun to play around, fun to discover things like this. Scammers. What the fuck, man? That worked out so perfectly. Society would never accept me. I don't even know if society exists. That's a little bit too far for me. But right. I even hate having myself, like, identified through a passport. That's not an identity, guys. This is just my name and where I'm from. That's all you get. And my age. And a photo tied to match. Is it the right person? Yeah. Looks like that, but so fucking lazy and stupid as mine. Yes, passports are crazy cool to get fast identity check. But it's not good enough, okay? You should be able to improve your passport in both directions. Where you just flash your little thing and like, oh shit. We're dealing with the enlightened ones. Okay, they just have to flash enlightenment badges. Oh wow, this is a real fucking thing. Oh my god. Please go on faster. And then they throw money at you as well. Fuck. And in their money stag they give you their phone number if you ever need someone, please hire me, basically. Like, that's how much respect you would get sometimes, using the right identity. It's just very simple. But right now we just don't have that shit. It's so fucking annoying. We lose everything over the internet. Internet is just flooded with inability to access things. So the best thing you can do is just make it free and available to everyone. Please. Please make it free. Don't be an idiot. You don't know how to do protection properly. So the best thing you can do is let someone pay you if they are capable of doing it. You can set up a little side scam, you know. Oh yeah, it cost $10. Oh, you're buying it. Okay, then I will not say that it's free. I will say that it's free. So you don't know that it's free. Okay, that's interesting. Obviously, it's gonna deter some people, and you're like, oh wait, but it's actually free. And it's a fun little gag, but like, you know, this desperate ways to earn money. It's just trick people. Like, if you're paying, you're paying. Like, whatever. I didn't have an opportunity to say it's free. Now that's a good scam. I confirm. Okay, if people are not aware of something and they make a stupid decision, you know, that's a regular scam. You would be scammed otherwise anyways. So you should sit back and be happy that you spent money on something that taught you a lesson. Oh, it's actually free. Wow. It actually identified in the end. Usually scams just take your money and just go with it as far as they can, by the way. They reach deep into your pockets, rip you apart. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, if someone wants my identity, I will like... By the way, I identify myself as a sexual creeper copter. This is your literal identity to deflect all this police and medic bullshit. But I don't identify myself as a human. I identify myself as a sexual creeper copter. So I explode basically when someone touches my pee-pee. I explode. My pee-pee doesn't explode, but I explode. Basically, I go nuts and try and kill people. It's a weird world we live in. It's a weird world. I don't want to lose my virginity. Because I know what happens. I have seen things. At some point, it's just the greatest meme of all time. Virginity, yeah. The greatest meme of all time. I'm not yeah, holding virginity is like being unemployed. Like, well, eventually you're gonna find that perfect thing, you know? Eventually, guys, don't worry about it. I'm not holding for marriage. I am looking for a perfect human being to start a relationship with, and then make it serious. I am looking for a serious What the fuck does that mean? Serious relationship? Are you seriously sarcastic right now? Because that doesn't fit, okay? There's no serious sarcasm. You can be seriously crazy, but you still have to be honest about it. Serious sarcasm is just sarcasm on steroids. You're like very addicted to sarcasm. But nobody will ever know, because sarcasm is sarcasm. And that's sarcasm. It's sarcasm. I don't know. It's sarcasm. That's what it is. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. So annoying. So fucking annoying. Yeah, so the biggest takeaway is the scammers, they have to be ignored. When someone says you're supposed to be in here, that's not true. Nobody should have expected you. Or, like, all this is bullshit. Nobody should expect you in any way, shape, or form. You should just be yourself, slowly identify yourself, hope that the other person identifies themselves in various ways and takes off their clothes, and then you can make out, you know? You can't make out when you wear a mask. I'm just saying. This is weird, man. This is fucking... What is this? What is this even about? All of a sudden, I'm like, oh wow, I'm finding... What is this, man? Because I think everything is linked, obviously, and I have some big-ass problem to deal with in my life. So I guess that's where I leave it there. Please help. You know, I need help too. But see, the scammers are also getting their help. So they're getting their help first. So I guess I just have to let people be scammed. And I know, all of a sudden people now have trust issues of every kind. And I just have to wait it out. Be more and more mature until you just can't stand it anymore. You're too good of a person. How did someone fucking missed you, basically? Missed the chance to talk with me. That's already, like, very good. Missed the chance to have a relationship with me? Wow. Wow. You went this far, and you missed your chance? I don't know, man. Nobody did that. People just missed it. Keep missing the chance to talk with me, because that's all I can offer right now. After all, I'm a creeper copter. I explode, guys. I'm a deadly sinner, boy. There's no way I'm a fucking innocent little virgin. Virgin Mary, there's no way. If I explode during sex, that's crazy, dude. I don't know, man. That's why it's so entangled and twisted and so fucking stupid. In the end, it's like, well, 50% of the world is ruled by sexuality. It's ruled. It's twisted by sexuality. It's twisted by people who don't understand anything but that other thing. Okay? So you literally have to go out with nurses and tell them that you're just stupid and reject them constantly. And you have to present yourself as this amazing guy, and everyone already does that because they're scammers, and it's just never-ending pile of shit that's happening right now. So until things start making sense, I'll prepare my hammer and I'll smash. Not smash for love. People will misidentify my smash a little bit. Okay, I'm not here for love. I'm here to see people suffer now until I'm happy, you know. And that's probably a faraway place. Happiness is never gonna happen to me. It's just some sarcastic feeling that I have right now in my heart that I don't want to express. Oh, look at me. That's my dad. That's my dad, how he feels. And I fucking spit on my dad. And remember, that's the real takeaway. Don't let anyone take away your spit speech. Okay, your free spit, actually. Your free spit. Don't let them take away. I would do an X of that if I... Okay, this is an X-worthy thing, so please remember those final words. I have died before I could have said those. Don't let them take away. Stupid people. Disrespect, motherfuckers. But disrespect them in the right place, in the right time, and call them in the right way. Let's go for a date. I mean, I am maturing very quickly now, and I'm preparing myself for this inevitable thing. So because I waited long enough, but people are crazy, that's why I waited. There are plenty of excuses of why I waited, okay? But now it's a little bit less, a little bit more inevitable, and I'll probably have to discuss that later, basically. My God. I feel so insecure still. I feel like I have done nothing. No work at all. But here it is.